Good morning, students. Today I'm going to read to you one of my favorite books, but before we begin reading, I'm going to ask you, what part of the book is this called? The front cover, and this is called the spine, and this is called the back cover. So the title of the book is Pancho Rabbit and the Coyote, A Migrant's Tale. The author is Duncan Tonatu. So by seeing the pictures and reading the title, what do you guys think the story is going to be about? All right, let's get into it. Also, I do have these stickies. They're questions that I'm going to ask you throughout the book. One spring, the rains did not come and the crops could not grow. So Papa Rabbit, Señor Rooster, Señor Ram, and other animals from the rancho set out north to find work in the great carrot and lettuce fields. There they can earn money for their families. So, as you can see, we do have some Spanish words. So Papa means dad, Señor is Mr., and rancho is ranch. So my first question to you guys is, why are these animals leaving to the north? Why do you think that they are leaving their families to go to the north? Okay, I'm going to keep reading. Many harvests went by, and it was finally time for Papa Rabbit to return home. His family was preparing a big fiesta. Fiesta means party. Everyone on the rancho was excited to see him, especially Pancho Rabbit, his eldest son. I heard Mama telling Señora Duck that Papa saved enough money in El Norte so that he won't ever have to leave us again, Pancho told his brothers and sisters. They were helping Mama is mom, cook Papa his favorite meal, mole, rice and beans, a heap of warm tortillas, and a jug full of fresh aguamiel. The musicians arrived and began to tune their instruments, while Pancho and his sister hung papel picado to decorate the patio. The rabbit's friends from the rancho began to arrive. They listened to the música. Música is music. They ate some mole and they waited and waited, but Papa Rabbit did not appear. He must have had a late start, said Mama Rabbit. Maybe the weather was bad and he had to find shelter, said Pancho's youngest sister. They waited some more, but Papa Rabbit was not to be seen. When it was dark, the musicians and the guests said their goodbyes and headed home. Your papa will certainly arrive by morning, Señora Duck told Pancho and his family. After waiting and worrying long into the night, the rabbit family finally went to bed. Except for Pancho, I have to find my father, he thought. He packed Papa's favorite meal, mole, rice and beans, and a heap of still warm tortillas, and a jug full of fresh aguamiel. He placed it in a mochila to carry on his back and headed out. Mochila means backpack. So my next question is, do you guys think that it's safe for Pancho Rabbit to be leaving on his own? Pancho followed the stars north. After walking a while, he met a coyote. Good evening, little rabbit. Where are you going? Good evening, Señor Coyote. I'm going north to meet my papa, who has been working in the carrot and lettuce fields, replied Pancho. It'll take you days and days to get there on this trail, replied the coyote. I can show you a shortcut. That is, if you give me that sweet and spicy mole you have. I smiled a mile away. Pancho did not wish to give his father's mole away, but he missed him terribly. As long as it gets me closer to Papa, he said, and he let the coyote have it. The coyote led Pancho to the train tracks. As the sun rose, he showed Pancho how to jump onto a passing car. The train was running so fast, poor Pancho almost fell off. They rode atop the train, zooming through the countryside. Then the train slowed down for a curve. Pancho and the coyote leaped off. We must now cross the river, said the coyote. Señor Coyote, I don't know how to swim, said Pancho. The water was murky and rushed by very fast. He was scared. I can help you reach the other side, said the coyote, but I will be exhausted after I do. Once we are across, I will need to eat the rice and beans you are carrying to regain my strength. Fine, said Pancho, as long as it gets me closer to Papa. The coyote picked up a tire that was junked on the riverbank. Pancho gathered all his courage and held on tight. Splash! They jumped into the river. The coyote helped him float to the riverbank, and although he did not want to, Pancho gave the coyote the rice and beans just as he had promised. So a lot has happened now throughout the story. So I want you to turn and talk to your partners and talk about what has happened throughout the story from the beginning to now. Okay, I'm going to keep going. The sun was high in the sky now. Pancho and the coyote walked on and soon reached a very tall fence that separated the south from the north. It was impossible to jump or climb over. There is a tunnel we can use, said the coyote, but the snakes watch it. If you give them the tortillas you are carrying, I'm sure they will let us through. As long as it gets me closer to Papa, Pancho said and sighed. The coyote talked to the snakes. They agreed to let them pass, but demanded every single one of Pancho's tortillas. Pancho and the coyote entered the tunnel. It was dark, narrow, and very long. When they emerged, Pancho and the coyote were on the north side of the fence. They were in El Norte. The afternoon sun beat down on them, and there was no shade. The coyote pointed to a hut in the distance. We can spend the night there, he said. In the morning, I will take you to the great carrot and lettuce fields. There you will find your papa. Pancho and the coyote walked under the desert sun. Poor Pancho's feet ached. Give me some of that aguamiel you have, little rabbit, said the coyote. I feel dizzy. If I don't drink something, I will collapse and we will never get there. Pancho gave the coyote some aguamiel. The sun and air were scorching hot, and Pancho felt dizzy. He was very thirsty and drank the remainder. As long as it gets me closer to Papa, repeated Pancho to himself in a daze. When Pancho and the coyote reached the hut, it was dark. The coyote built a small fire for light and warmth, because at night the desert is freezing cold. I'm so hungry after all that walking, said the coyote. Do you have any more mole, little rabbit? No, Señor Coyote, you ate it all. Any more rice and beans? No, Señor Coyote, you ate them all. Any more tortillas? No, Señor Coyote, the snakes ate them all. There is nothing left. Not even a drop of aguamiel. In that case, said the coyote, I will roast you in the fire and eat you. So I have another question. What do you guys think is going to happen next? Do you think the coyote is going to eat Pancho Rabbit or not? With a cry, Pancho leapt for the door. He was the fastest animal back on the rancho, and normally he could outrun the coyote. But he was tired from the long journey. He could not reach the door. He could not reach the window. All he could do was huddle in a corner as the coyote slowly approached. Suddenly, the door was thrown open. Who entered but Papa Rabbit with Señor Ram and Señor Rooster. They soon had the coyote racing outdoors and far away with his trail behind his legs. Panchito, mijo, said Papa Rabbit, and he gave Pancho a hug. I thought I would never see you again. A gang of crows attacked us, said Señor Rooster. A gang of crows attacked us, said Señor Rooster. They took the money and gifts we were bringing back to our families and left us stranded in the desert. We heard your cries for help, said Señor Ram. Your papa recognized your voice. We ran to you as fast as we could. Papa, said Pancho, I'm so happy to find you, and I know the way home. So Pancho Rabbit wasn't eaten. So Pancho led Papa Rabbit, Señor Rooster, and Señor Ram home. When they arrived, there was a big fiesta. There was mole, rice and beans, warm tortillas, fresh aguamiel, and música for everyone on the rancho. Pancho told his brothers and sisters about all the dangers he and Papa had faced. Please don't leave us again, said the rabbit children. We were so worried for you. I don't want to leave you, Papa Rabbit, said Papa Rabbit, but the crows took all our money. If it doesn't rain enough again this year, and if there is no food or no work on the rancho, what else am I to do? I will have to leave again. And I will come with you, said Pancho. We will all go with you, said Pancho's brothers and sisters. Let's hope it rains, said Mama. So my last question to you guys is, what were some struggles that Pancho Rabbit faced? Also, what were some struggles that Papa Rabbit faced too? And that is the end of our story. Thanks for reading with me.